Alright, we got photo proof.
Visible?
I'm proud of myself, I actually got it when he was moving.
He was carrying the bucket then?
Yeah, that's when he was walking out.
Very good.
No, that's the only time today I said it. That Kyle Busch won the race, number 100 for him. He said he's going to retire after he was 100. We'll see. Kyle, I guess.
This is the one umpire here. He was here when he played Utica. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Well, you got Robert there. Teresa in the middle. I don't know. There's some of the panel. Jim's over there now. He's over there on the other side of Teresa. They could take her like this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Leo Kicking Field at Falcon Park, home of the Auburn Doubledays. With the recent New York State implementation of the federal CDC guidance, individuals that are fully vaccinated are not required to wear a mask at today's Auburn Doubledays game. However, attendees who are not vaccinated are encouraged to still wear a mask, and as always, in order to help keep your fellow baseball fans alike safe, please remember to wash and sanitize your hands frequently at today's game here at Falcon Park. Now for today's starting lineups brought to you by Canadian Community College. Small classes, great professors, exactly where I want to be. First, for the visiting Oneonta Outlaws. Batting first, number 15, center fielder, Keone Paloma. Batting second, number 1, the extra hitter, Paul Tamero. Batting third, number 24, right fielder, Keaton Mark. Batting fourth, number 44, first baseman, Ryan Weiss. Batting fifth, number 17, designated hitter, David Cobb. Batting sixth, number 22, third baseman, Brendan Harris. Batting seventh, number 9, the left fielder, Henry Polinsky. Batting eighth, number 8, the catcher, Mizuki Okamura. Batting ninth, number 5, the shortstop, Isaiah Corey. And batting 10th, number 14, second baseman Mario Gamera. On the mound, number 31, Matthew Doubledays. And now the starting lineup for your Auburn Doubledays. Batting first, number 7, center fielder Dimitri Kanalakis. Batting second, number 30, shortstop Griffin O'Farrell. Batting third, number 2, third baseman Pierce Hendershot. Batting fourth, number 33, first baseman Brian Wilson. Batting fifth, number 12, left fielder Ty Atall. Batting sixth, number 32, right fielder Evan McDonald. Batting seventh, number 26, the extra hitter Garrett Prosper. Batting eighth, number 19, the catcher Austin Davison. Batting ninth, number 6, designated hitter Marcus Varistella. And batting 10th, number 4, designated hitter Connor Smith. And on the mound from the Doubledays, number 34, Mitsuki Shimonishi. At this time, we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Tires
Welcome back to baseball here at Falcon Park as Doubledays take on the Oneonta Outlaws. On the mound for the Doubledays tonight, Mizuki Shiminashi. Leading off for the Outlaws, center fielder Kinoe Koloma, as up high for ball one is where the game starts. Shiminashi has four innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, 2 earned runs, 1 walk. A 4.50 ERA in 1 appearance. As that one's fouled off the left side over the home clubhouse for strike 1. 1-1 the count to the leadoff batter, Koloma. Just outside, ball 2. Shimanishi from Kobe, Japan, goes to school at Monterey Peninsula College in his junior year. As the next one finds the zone for strike 2, and the count evens at 2-2. Defensively for the Doubledays tonight, Shimanishi throwing to Davison. Norson at first, Smith at second, O'Farrell short, Hendershot third. Outfield left to right, Atal, Kanalakis, and McDonald. In the dirt, ball 3, count moves to full. Full count with no outs here in the top of the first inning. As he swings through that one for the first strikeout of the night for Shimanishi. That brings up the extra hitter for the Outlaws, Paul Tamaro. Tamaro steps in with 1 out, no one on. That one's inside, ball 1. That one finds the zone. Evens the count at 1s. 1-1 the count. As Tamaro checks his swing, doesn't go. 2-1 the count. They swing to ground ball 2, Hendershot at third. Throw on to first. Not in time. A hustle down to first. And Tamaro reaches on the infield single. That brings up the right fielder, Keaton Mark, with 1 out and a runner on first. Down and in, handled by Davison, ball 1. Next one down low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Tamaro gets a lead off first. A swing a foul ball straight back. 2-1 the count. In there for strike two, and the count evens at 2-2. Shimanishi looks in Davison. Foul tip into the glove of Davison for the second strikeout and second out of this first inning. That brings up the first baseman, Ryan Weiss. Weiss steps in with a runner on first and 2 outs as he swings through the first pitch for strike one. Davison pops up. Looked like he wanted to throw to first, but didn't end up throwing. A fly ball out to center field. Kanalakis track back off the wall, picks it up, throws it in, and 1 run will score, as tomorrow will score from first. Weiss gets the second on a single off the wall. That puts Oneonta up 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. Designated hitter Baylor Cobb stands in with runner on second, 2 outs. Swings through the first pitch for strike one. 0-1 the count. Second baseman O'Farrell holding, shortstop Griffin O'Farrell holding on Weiss at second base. That one's inside and low, handled by Davison for ball one. 1-1 the count here, 2 outs. Runner on second. There's a swing and a miss for strike two. 1-2 the count. Shimanishi looking into Davison. Likes what he gets. Throws. Inside, ball 2 doesn't get the chase. Wind starting to pick up here at Falcon Park. Blowing out to left center. You can kind of see the flag moving on the mid-left of your screen. A swing and a fly ball out to center field. Kanalakis tracking back, jumps and makes the catch for the third out of the top of the first inning. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Doubledays look to respond in the bottom of the first inning, and we'll be back to catch you up with that action in just a minute.
Baseballs been accidentally flying to seating areas. Please be alert to the action. The Auburn Doubledays is set for stone on everyone can have a safe and enjoy the game experience. If you want your limestone to be locally sourced and operated, look no further than Seneca Stone, the only local limestone flooring in the surrounding area. Proud to be American owned and operated.
starting the second game. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, I mean, for sure. Even though they are out there 7 inning games
Leading off for the Doubledays in this bottom half of the first inning, center fielder Dmitry Kanalakis. Dmitry is 1 for 2 in their last homestand against Utica. Walked, had a double, and grounded out. He also leads the team in doubles. A swing and a ground ball fielded by the pitcher. Throw on to first in time for the out, as it looks like he rolled his ankle on first base. They're going to get the trainer right out here. He seems to be in a lot of pain as he went to the ground very quickly. The trainer's over there looking at Kanalakis' ankle. As it looks like he's going to get up with the help of the trainer and the first base coach and walk on his own. He's walking with some help from the first base coach. And he's let the first base coach go and is walking under his own power. You always like to see when they can walk off the field by themselves. As there looks to be a slight limp on his left leg. Walking with the trainer, though. Hopefully, Dimitri's all right. As the shortstop, Griffin O'Farrell, steps in. Leads the team in batting average with a .323. As the first pitch is fouled off to the right side, off of the visitors' clubhouse. 0-1 the count. Looks at ball one. Evens the count at 1-1. Outside. Doesn't get the call. Ball two. O'Farrell also tied for the lead in doubles as he grounds one back to the pitcher and up the middle as he rounds first and stays content with a single. That brings up the third baseman, Pierce Hendershot. Something to note, O'Farrell standing on first leads the team in stolen bases. Has 8 stolen bases on the year. As Hendershot steps in. Outside ball one. 1-0 the count. Hendershot steps in with 1 out. 1 runner on. As he looks at strike one, and the count moves to 1-1. Next one's outside and in the dirt, or turf rather, here at Falcon Park. Every part of the field is turf. 2-1 the count. Down and outside ball three. Hendershot finds himself ahead in the count, 3-1. O'Farrell getting a lead off of first. Takes off for second. The throw down, not in time. And Griffin O'Farrell now has 9 stolen bases on the year. The pitch was a strike. Count now moves to full as Griffin O'Farrell moves up to second. Full count, 1 out here to Pierce Hendershot. As he swings, umpire says he fouls that one off. The count stays full here with 1 out and runner on second base. Defensive positioning for the Outlaws. Okamura behind the plate, Weiss at first, Demera at second, Corey at short, as that one's fouled off by Hendershot. Harris at third, the outfield left to right, Polinsky, Coma, and Mark. As the count's still full here with 1 out here to Pierce Hendershot. As that one's outside, ball 4, and Hendershot draws the walk. First baseman Brian Norson steps in. 2 runners on, 1 out. As it is time so that the pitcher, Du Bois, can tie his shoe. Hopefully a double knot so he won't have to do that again. As he's ready to go. A swing and a high fly ball. Foul right behind me. Oh, and 1 to Norson. As he steps off and turns to look at Griffin O'Farrell on second base. No throw, though. As Norson steps in. Outside, ball 1, evens the count at 1-1. Norson sporting a .240 average on the season. As that one is high into the left center gap, caught by Polinsky in left field. Throw into third, gets away from the third baseman, no one there, and O'Farrell gets the third safely. Smart base running to notice by O'Farrell that when the third baseman Harris came off the bag to field that no one was covering. As O'Farrell moves up on the flyout. That brings up the left fielder for the Doubledays, Ty Atal. Atal has a .280 average on the season. Yes. That one's inside, ball 1. Runners on the corners, 2 outs for Atal. Hendershot on first. Griffin O'Farrell just off the left side of your screen on third. As a swing and a miss for strike 1. Wind still blowing out to left center here at Falcon Park. As Atal gets ready to hit. That one's outside for ball 2. 2-1 count on Atal. 2 outs, 2 runners on. That one falls in there for strike 2, and the count evens at 2-2. As Ital chases, swing and a miss for the 3rd out of the bottom of the 1st inning. We'll be back to start the 2nd inning work here at Falcon Park. Leading off this inning for the Oneonta Outlaws, third baseman, Brendan Harris. Harris from Almont, New York. Shimanishi out for his 2nd inning of work as first pitch falls in for strike 1. That's 1-0 lead for the Outlaws, where we are here in the top of the 2nd. As the next pitch is fouled off, out of play on the right side. 0-2 the count. A swinging a line drive, caught by the shortstop, Griffin O'Farrell. Few steps to his left and a hop. It gets the first out of the top of the 2nd inning. That brings up the left fielder, Henry Polinsky. Now one catches the outside corner. Strike 1. The next pitch is grounded to the 2nd baseman, Connor Smith. Picked up, thrown on the 1st, in time for the out. And the 2nd out of the 2nd inning. That brings up the catcher, Yazuki Okamura. That one catches the inside corner for strike 1. 0-1 the count. That one's outside corner for strike 2. Oh and 2 the count now. 2 outs, no one on. Here in the top of the 2nd inning. As that one's outside And Shimanishi doesn't get the chase. Hey, swing and a miss on that. Third strikeout of the night for Shimanishi. But we'll be back for the Doubledays half of the second inning here from Falcon Park.
Lieutenant? There's no lieutenant. Oh, come on. Picture taping.
CK Family Dental is the official dentist of the Auburn Doubledays. From crowns to cleanings, the family at CK Family Dental can keep you smiling bright. And all the newest technology to take care of your teeth to a later time. Don't forget to brush your teeth too. And get to CK Family Dental. Stop Beagle Eye is proud to bring you Stop Beagle Eye Sunday Funday during the kids at Falcon Park. And remember to be safe. Beagle Eye impacts many in our community. So be responsible, be safe, and stop Beagle Eye through the night. If you want to sleep around the clouds and you lack of luxury, you may not want to stay at home. Take a vacation or a staycation to the Hilton Garden in Auburn from down to 10 inch and feel like royalty.
Sometimes it's coming like going toward straight out toward the center, but other times it's going yeah, they're that way. More in the south. I remember years ago there would be a spot right just through down to maybe the first or second row.
Leading off this bottom of the second inning for the Doubledays, the right fielder, Evan McDonald. McDonald was 0 for 2 with a walk in their last homestand against the Utica Blue Sox. As high and inside for ball one is where the count starts for McDonald. McDonald sporting a .250 batting average on the season. As a ground ball to the shortstop, Corey. Thrown on to first. In time for the out. First out of the bottom of the second inning. That brings up the extra hitter, Garrett Prosper.
Kind of that hybrid linebacker/safety position.
Prosper, lefty, steps in. A line drive up the third base side, just foul. As that moves the count to 0-1. Prosper steps back in, ready again. Inside, ball one, evens the count at 1-1. As that is a fly ball out to left center field. Colma charging in, makes the catch for the second out of the bottom of the second inning. That brings up the catcher, Austin Davison. Davison 0 for 1 with a walk. Back on Thursday in the second game against the Blue Sox. As he looks at strike one to start the at-bat. That one's ball one. Evens the count at 1-1. He's swinging a foul ball straight back. A few of the fans in the front row did flinch, although there is protective netting. They have nothing to worry about. 1-2 the count. As that one's outside for ball 2. Underneath the glove of the catcher, Yuzuki Okamura. Outside ball 3. Count moves to full here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. He's swinging a ground ball just past a diving second baseman, and Davison reaches with a single. A notable change, you saw Dimitri Kanellakis twist his ankle on first base. He was replaced. Calvin Cortez went to center field last inning and will be hitting first. Until then, designated hitter Marcus Maristella steps in with 2 outs and a runner on first. As Davison takes off, slides into second safely, and a stolen base for Austin Davison. The pitch was a ball. 1-0 the count. 2 outs and now a runner on second for Maristella. Du Bois comes set. Looking at Davison on second. Throws inside ball 2. That one catches the outside corner for strike 1. 2-1 the count here with 2 outs and a runner on second. As that one's fouled off right to the Doubledays dugout. As a few Doubledays will lean over the fence and try to grab it. Two and 2 the count with 2 outs, a runner on second. As that one is grounded foul up the third base side. 2 and 2 is where we stay. A swing and a ground ball, fielded cleanly by Coach Julian at third base. Fielder popped up, ready to throw. Pitcher wasn't paying attention, so into the dugout it goes. Count still 2 and 2, 2 outs. Still on second is Davison. As that one's outside and moves the count to full. Time called by Maristella. Still a full count, still 2 outs, still a runner on second base. Maristella collecting himself, stepping back into the box, ready to hit. As that one's inside ball 4, and Maristella draws the walk. And the 10-spot hitter, second baseman Connor Smith. Connor Smith 1 for 2 against the Blue Sox with a single. A 286 average on the year. Steps in now with 2 outs and 2 runners on, first and second. As the first pitch is in there for strike one. Wind starting to die down here a little bit at Falcon Park. Next pitch outside evens the count at 1-1. That pitch falls in. 1-2 the count now to Smith. One and two the count. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Swinging a high fly ball out to center field. Camps under it, makes the catch for the 3rd out of the 2nd inning. We'll be back for the 3rd inning of work here from Falcon Park.
It's time for the Abner race.
Thank you. We are done here on Field Live, about to race Abner. We are about to race Abner. Are you guys ready out here? On your mark, get set, go!
First of all, there's too many kids out there. I wouldn't be able to run. We all. They kick your way up. He's at the fence already.
Let's give it all up for these people on.
A couple of them, it sounded like it was almost like metal or, you know, it certainly wasn't like the diameter of, you know, like, you know, the old, like the yellow swivel back, it was thinner than even one of them.
Still a 1-0 ball game here as we enter the 3rd inning at Falcon Park. Shimanishi out to start his 3rd inning of work as the shortstop Isaiah Corey leads off for the Outlaws. 3 up, 3 down last inning for the Outlaws. As that first pitch is in there for strike one. Shimanishi looking to repeat the last inning. Yes, that one's out of the zone for ball one. 1-1 the count. No outs. No one on. That one's outside.
Did I have it on? I'm sorry.
Missed the glove of Davison. 2-1 the count. A swing and a ground ball to the shortstop, O'Farrell. Not fielded cleanly, as he will reach on an error.
Number 14, second baseman Mario Demera.
That brings up the second baseman, Mario Demera. Demera in the 10 spot. Shimanishi looking to get a ground ball somewhere up the middle for a double play. as that is in there for strike one.
Bob.
Owen won the count. Down in the dirt. Ball one. Evens the count at 1-1. Next one through the legs of Davison. And Corey will advance to second base as the count moves to 2-1. No outs. Runner on second. 2-1 count to DeMera. As Shimanishi gets the chase and moves the count even at 2-2. Two and two count. Still no outs. Runner on second now. As Shimanishi steps off. Fakes the throw to second. Throws home. In the dirt. Ball three and the count moves to full. Full count, no outs. Runner on second here for DeMera. Both bullpens still quiet. No one throwing in either of them. As a swing and a fly ball to right center field. In the gap. McDonald fields it and gets it in. As another run will score. Corey will score from second, and that's a double for the second baseman, DeMera. Lineup turns over. Center fielder Canoli Coloma stands in. Coloma struck out back in the first inning. First pitch inside, ball one. The next pitch doesn't get the chase. 2-0 the count. Runner on second, still no outs. Here in the top of the third inning. As a swing and ground ball fielded by the second baseman Smith on to first in time for the out. And that is the first out of the top of the third inning. And that brings up the extra hitter, Paul Tamaro. Tamaro 1 for 1 with a single back in the first, eventually scored. He was the first run for the Outlaws tonight. As Tamaro steps in with a runner on third. As that one is a fly ball to the right side. Fielded. Runner tags going home. Throw to Davison. In time for the out, and a double play saves another run. Caught by Norson. Thrown home. Tag made by Davison in time for the out. As we'll be back for the home half of the third inning here from Falcon Park. Leading off this bottom of the third inning for the Doubledays, Calvin Cortez. Cortez took over after that first inning. Dimitri Kanalakis grounded out, twisted his ankle on the first base bag. As Cortez looks at strike one to start his first at-bat of the night. Yes, that is a ground ball back to the pitcher, Du Bois. Throw on to Weiss at first, in time for the out. That brings up the shortstop, Griffin O'Farrell. O'Farrell now has 9 stolen bases on the year and singled back in the first. As that one's outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count to O'Farrell. Next pitch drops in for strike 1, evens the count at 1-1. Called strike 2. 1-2 the count now to O'Farrell. As a swinging a ground ball to the shortstop, Corey, thrown on to first, in time for the second out of the third inning. That brings up Pierce Hendershot, third baseman for tonight's game. Hendershot walked back in the first as he looks at ball 1 to start his at-bat. A swing and a fly ball out to left center field. Tracking back is Coma. Makes the catch just shy of the warning track for the third out of the third inning. We'll be back for the fourth inning of play here from Falcon Park. Welcome back for the fourth inning of play here from Falcon Park. 2-0 Outlaws, where we stand. Leading off this fourth inning, right fielder Keaton Mark, as he swings through the first pitch for strike 1. Mark, a strikeout victim, back in the first. Looking to reach for the first time tonight. As that is a fly ball out to center field. Cortez lost it in the light. Cortez must have lost in the light. Couldn't make the catch. And a single for Mark. That brings up the first baseman, Ryan West, who doubled back in the first inning. We steps in with 1 man on first, no outs, and looks at strike one to start his at-bat. Down in the dirt, ball 2. First pitch was a ball. Umpire turned like he was going to call a strike, but didn't. 2-0 the count. Down in the dirt, gets away from Davison. No throw down to second, as Mark will get to second on the wild pitch. Three balls, no strikes now to Weiss. Runner on second, no outs. As Shimanishi looks at Mark on second base. Throws home, big swing and a miss from Weiss. 3-1 the count now. As Shimanishi looking to battle back out of this hole. That's grounded up the first base side, just fair. Grabbed by Norson, touched first base for the out. Weiss didn't run because he thought it was going to get foul. Stays fair, bounces off the bag into the hand of Norson for the first out of the fourth inning. Mark does advance to third on the play. So a runner on third, 1 out for Baylor Cobb, the designated hitter. Flew out to center field back in the first, as he looks at ball 1 to start the at-bat. Starting to rain here at Falcon Park, as some people are moving up from the box seats to general admission, as that one is outside for ball 2. Not everyone yet, so it can't be raining too hard. Just some people moving up underneath the cover. Two and 0 the count. Davison wanted the call, doesn't get it. 3-0 the count. Up high, ball 4. And Shimanishi gives up his first walk tonight. That brings up third baseman Brendan Harris. Lined out to shortstop in his last at-bat. Comes up with 1 out, runners on the corners. Mark on third, Cobb on first. Cobb gets his lead. Doesn't take off as that is skied off to the right side. Chopping foul. It'll get out of play. 0-1 the count. To Harris. As time is called by Harris. Steps out. Back in and ready to hit is Harris. Down, ground ball up the third base side, past a diving Pierce Hendershot. Fielded by Tyatal, thrown in to second base. Not in time. And a double for Brendan Harris. One run does score on the play. And Baylor Cobb moves up to third. So Henry Plinsky comes up. 2 out 2 on, 1 out, and 1 run already across. As he looks at ball 1. 1-0 the count. Umbrella's starting to come out here at Falcon Park. I see 3. As now it's inside ball 2. No one warming up down in the Doubledays bullpen quite yet. Well, 4 umbrellas now. Rain must be getting pretty serious. Not a lot of people have moved up to undercover yet. As that one's grounded to the shortstop, Griffin O'Farrell. Thrown on to first. In time for the out. A run does score on the play. And Brendan Harris moves up to third. 4-0 lead for Oneonta. As that one gets away from Davison. And Brendan Harrison rather will score on the wild pitch. No one on now as a 5-0 lead for Oneonta. Catcher Yuzuki Okamura stands in. As the count is now 2-0 to Okamura. As that one is high, fouled off to the right side. It'll get out of play. 2-1 the count. That one's in there for strike 2. 2-2 the count. As he swings through that, and the strikeout victim is Okamura. For the 3rd out of this 4th inning. We'll be back as the Doubledays look to bounce back and get some runs here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
If you look down the field, we now got batter versus bases. We are going from first to third.
Let the player get it. You got an important race here.
Come on, bases.
Leading off for the Doubledays in this bottom of the 4th inning, first baseman Brian Norson, flyout victim in his last at-bat, as he looks at ball 1 to start this one. Norson, also a team leader in doubles, tied with Griffin O'Farrell and Dimitri Kanalakis, as he looks at strike 1 and evens the count at 1-1. Up high, ball 2. 2-1 the count now to Norson, as he steps out to fix his batting gloves. Inside for ball 3. 3-1 the count. Norson ahead in the count. As it looks like there is someone warming up down in the Doubledays bullpen, and Norson draws the wall. Ty Atal steps in with no outs and a runner on first. Atal, strikeout victim, back in the 1st inning, looking to reach for the first time tonight. Shows bunt, pulls back, but the ball's in the zone for strike 1. The wind still blowing out to left center field. Looks like Eddie Rivas out there warming up in the bullpen, as that is lined over the head of the second baseman. A single for Ty Atal. First hit of the night for Ty. Moves Norson to second. Brings up Evan McDonald with 2 runners on and no outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As first pitch outside. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Looks at strike 1, evens the count at 1-1. That one falls in for strike 2. McDonald finds himself behind in the count, 1-2. 2 runners on, no outs. As that one's fouled off, out of play on the right side. 1-2 is where we stay. McDonald back to collect himself, stepping back into the box. That one's up high for ball 2 and evens the count at 2-2. 2-2 the count, no outs, 2 runners on. That one down and in, stopped by Okamura. Full count now to McDonald. Full count now to McDonald, as he swings through that one for strike 3. First out of this 4th inning. That brings up the extra hitter Garrett Prosper. Prosper flew out to center field his last time up in the 2nd inning. Comes up with 1 out, 2 runners on. As more people are moving underneath the cover, as that is ground up the first base side, foul. Atal and Norson have to run back to their bag. More and more people coming over underneath the cover here. 5 umbrellas now. as Prosper steps in and gets ready to hit. That one in there. 0-2 count now to Prosper. As he fouls that one off and stays alive. Still 0-2 count to Prosper. As that one's outside for ball one. Du Bois trying to get Prosper to chase. Doesn't go for it. 1-2 the count. Now another outside pitch. Evens the count at 2-2. Prosper staying disciplined. Work the count from 0-2 to 2-2. He's swinging another foul ball. Many more people behind home plate here. Many more people flinched when that hit the netting. Raining a little bit heavier as the box seats have almost fully cleared out. Back to general admission under the covers. That's a ground ball up the right side past a diving Demera at second base. Misplayed by the right fielder. Norson will score from second base. And a single for Garrett Prosper. Norson scoring from second base. Ital making it all the way to third. Runners on the corners for Austin Davison, the catcher. Singled back in the second, stole second after his single. As the Doubledays slowly trying to bounce back. 5-1 the score. Up high for ball one. As Prosper and Ital both get their leads. Pitcher right-handed looking right at Ital. Prosper could take a little bit more of a lead as that is inside for ball two. Six umbrellas now. Number keeps going up. More and more people pulling umbrellas out as that one's in there for strike one. 2-1 the count now on Davison as he looks down to his coach, Ben Julian, to get the signs. Prosper takes off for second. A swing and a miss by Davison. The throw in time for the out. As Prosper is thrown out at second base. I'm guessing a hit and run. Davison swung at a pitch that was down and low in the other batter's box. 2-2. Another swing and a miss and a strikeout for Austin Davison. We'll be back for the fifth inning of play here at Falcon Park. New pitcher for the Doubledays this inning. Eddie Rivas taking over for Mizuki Shiminashi. Went 4 innings, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 runs, 4 of them earned on 5 hits. The first hitter Rivas will face is the shortstop Isaiah Corey. Reached on an error back in the 3rd inning. First pitch to Corey, down low, ball 1. As it's raining a little bit harder here at Falcon Park. Wind still blowing out to left center as he looks at strike 1 and the count evens at 1-1. Top of the 5th inning here at Falcon Park as that one gets away from Davison. And 2-1 is the count. Rain coming down a little bit harder now. Abner still walking around. A ground ball to Connor Smith at second base. Throw on to first in time for the out. First out of the 5th inning. A 4-3 ground out. That brings up the second baseman, Mario Dima, as Outlaws leading the Doubledays 5-1 in the 5th inning. As that one's fouled straight back. Some people flinch, some people sticking their hands up like they're going to catch it. Protective netting prevents both of those things from happening. As 0-1 the count. A swing and a miss from Demera. Falls behind in the count. 0-2. Wind picking up. Still out to left center. Flag really whipping out there. As Rivas throws. A swing and a ground ball to Hendershot at third. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first. Picked by Norson in time for the out. A 5-3 ground out that time. As the lineup turns over and the center fielder, Kanoe Coloma, steps in. Coloma 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Steps in with no one on, 2 outs. Rivas looking to have a 1-2-3 first inning as a relief pitcher. Inside ball 1. As a crowd favorite. Lots of people cheering for Eddie here, as most people are here cheering for the Doubledays. As that one's fouled off the right side, out of play. Left side. 1-1 the count. 2 outs. No one on. As that one is down in the turf for ball 2. 2-1 the count. As that is a swing and a fly ball out to left field. Atal going back, tracking. Doesn't make the catch. Rounding second is Coloma, and a double for Coloma. That brings up the extra hitter, Paul Tamaro. Tamaro 1 for 2 with a fly out and a single. Steps in 1 on, 2 outs as the home plate umpire going to get some baseballs from the home dugout. Two outs, 1 runner on. A fresh count here to Tamero. Rivas comes set. A swing and a miss. 0-1 the count now. To Tamero. Just gotten word that despite the weather, the fireworks will be taking place as a swing and a miss for strike 2. Oh, 0-2 the count now to Tamero. As runner takes off for third. Davison pops up, misses. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Runner now on third after Coloma steals third on the last pitch. Just off the left side of your screen stands Coloma. 1-2. Outside evens the count at 2-2. Raining a little bit harder now. Slowly getting harder, but word from the front office is that the fireworks will still be happening despite the weather. As Rivas throws a swing and a foul ball over my head. Rolls back down off the screen. And 2-2 is where the count stays. Two and 2 the count still. 2 outs, runner on third. Throw a foul ball straight back. Count stays at 2-2. Down to 4 umbrellas in the box seats. I assume the other umbrellas moved up under the cover. Still 2-2 the count. So that one's in there for strike 3 for the third out of the 5th inning. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th here from Falcon Park. Leading off this bottom of the 5th inning for the Doubledays, designated hitter Marcus Maristella. Maristella walked back in the 2nd inning.
I personally think Trey Lance was put in the best situation to succeed right now.
First pitch, strike 1 on Maristella.
I can see it now. Lawrence to Tebow opening day.
Their second pitch in there for strike 2. As the rain doesn't seem to be lightening up, that's grounded to the third base, through the third baseman's glove, and Maristella will reach on the infield single. That brings up the second baseman, Connor Smith. Smith steps in, 1 on, no outs. As head coach Ben Julian goes over to talk to the on-deck batter, Calvin Cortez. As Smith ready to hit. Looks at the first pitch, strike 1. 0-1 the count now.
Knocked out Baker Mayfield's high school in state playoffs his last year in high school.
Looks at strike 2 on the second pitch, 0-2 the count. More umbrellas moved their way under the cover here behind home plate. As that one is a fly ball out to center field. Coloma charging in, drops the ball, slips out of his glove. And an error on the center fielder. As Smith will reach and Maristella will move up to second. The lineup turns over. Calvin Cortez steps in. Wondering if he'll try to bunt, since Coach Julian did come talk to him while he was standing in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, I mean, how last game they had a guy on third with no one out and drive him in.
Shows bunt, pulls back. 0-1 the count. No outs, 2 runners on here for Cortez. Shows bunt again, doesn't get it down. Throw down to second base, not in time, no tag. As Maristella gets back to second safely. And 0-2 the count. 0-2 the count now to Cortez.
You know what I think is going to have a good year, Jeff? Sam Darnold.
No out, still 2 runners on. As Cortez looks at that one, 4-1.
He's not even on Carolina anymore. No, he's not. He's in Denver. I know. He wrote it. He was on Carolina, and now he went from Carolina to
1-2 the count.
Denver. I think that's where
2 runners on. As time is called by Cortez. As he steps back in, ready to hit now. Du Bois looking at Maristella at second. Throws home. A fly ball out to right field. Second baseman makes the catch. As that is the first out of this 5th inning. That brings up the shortstop, Griffin O'Farrell. O'Farrell 1 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Looks at ball 1. Start the at bat. 1-0 the count. 2 runners on, 1 out. As that one's in there for strike 1, evens the count at 1-1. A swing and a foul ball. Back into the protective netting as the rain still coming down. One and 2 the count now to O'Farrell. A swing and a line drive to the right side. Will drop. Maristella rounding third, headed for home. Stand up. First and second base. 1 run gets in. Maristella scores from second. Makes it a 5-2 ball game. Smith moves up to second on the single from O'Farrell. That brings up the third baseman, Pierce Hendershot. 0 for 1 with a flyout and a walk tonight. Hendershot steps in with 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Outside ball 1. 2 on, 1 out for Hendershot. Looks at strike 1, evens the count at 1-1. One's on the scoreboard. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. As he swings through that for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 runners on, 1 out. O'Farrell on first, Smith on second. As that is a high drive. Not happy as Hendershot. As that is dropped by the right fielder. A little miscommunication between the right fielder and the center fielder. As that drops and Hendershot reaches on an error. Smith moves up to third. O'Farrell moves up to second. Hendershot reaches, and the air looks like it's going to go to the center fielder. Base is now loaded for the first baseman, Brian Norson. 0 for 1 with a flyout and a walk. Base is loaded for Norson, 1 out. A swing and a foul ball up the first base side. 0-1 the count. Norton batting .240 on the year. Looking to get some RBIs here. As the next pitch is outside, evens the count at 1-1. As the crowd is getting into this one. Liking the bases loaded scenario with 1 out here. As that one is inside, ball 2. 2-1 the count to Norson. Quiet down in the bullpen for the Outlaws. Also quiet in the Doubledays bullpen as that is a fly ball. Infield fly called by the umpires for the second out of this 5th inning. That brings up the left fielder, Ty Atal. Atal singled back in the 4th, struck out in the 1st. looking to reach for the second time tonight and possibly get some RBIs. Doubledays slowly chipping away at this 3-run lead Oneonta has. As he looks at the first pitch in there for strike one. 0-1 the count. A swing and a foul ball. A tall behind in the count, 0-2. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 0-2 the count. Du Bois deals. Outside, ball 1. 1-2 the count now. Still 2 outs. Still bases loaded. Smith is just off of the left side of your screen. Polk is headed on his secondary lead. As a swing and a slow ground ball fielded by the pitcher. Throw on to first for the out. As 1 run gets across that inning. And we'll be back for the 6th inning of work here at Falcon Park. Here for the 6th inning of work at Falcon Park. Top of the 6th. Leading off for the Outlaws, right fielder Keaton Mark. Eddie Rivas out for his 2nd inning of work. Davison doing the catching for Rivas still, as bunt is shown and pulled back. Not in time, strike 1. 0-1 the count. No outs, no one on, as Mark is the leadoff batter of the inning. A swing and a foul ball. Not sure what the complaint is from the batter, Mark. Was not happy with whatever happened there. 0-2 the count. Now on up and in. Ball 1. 1-2 the count now. As Rivas steps on the rubber, gets ready to throw. Rain doesn't seem to be lightening up any here at Falcon Park. So that one's up and out for ball 2, evens the count at 2-2. Looks Looks like there is some stretching going on down in the Outlaws bullpen. So that one is high and outside for ball 3. Count moves to full. Mark. Oh, the umpire stepping out. Looks like he's going to go talk to his umpiring counterpart down on third base. First base, rather. As Coach Julian wants an explanation as to what's going on right now. As Rivas just wants a baseball, wants to keep playing. The umpire's coming to talk with Coach Julian. Coach Julian very confused. Not really sure what the talk is up here. Back to the dugout goes Coach Julian, and back to their spots goes the umpires as Rivas gets a ball. And the count is full. As that one is up high for ball 4. Mark draws the walk. First baseman Ryan Weiss steps in. Weiss 1 for 2 with a double and a ground out. The weird ground out back in the 4th inning that went up the line, hit the bag, was fair, but Weiss didn't end up running on the play. Steps in, no outs, runner on first. Rivas throws in there for strike 1. Owen won the count now. Rivas looking to get a ground ball. Runner takes off from first. No throw from Davison. As a ball 1. A stolen base for Keaton Mark. 1-1 the count. No outs. Runner on second now, as that one's outside for ball 2, and he gets away from the catcher Davison. That moves Mark up to third. As the rain doesn't seem to be slowing down here at Falcon Park. 4 umbrellas now, as the whole right side of stands that are not under cover have been emptied. Lots of people sitting here behind home plate as runner on third for Weiss as he swings through that one for strike 2. Two and 2 the count now. No outs, runner on third for Weiss. It's outside for ball 3, and the count moves to full. Full count now. Runner on third. As that one is called strike 3 for the first out of the top of the 6th inning. That brings up designated hitter Baylor Cobb. Cobb 0 for 1 with a flyout and a walk. One out, runner on third, just off the left side of your screen. As the first pitch is down low for ball 1. A 1-0 count now. As the next pitch is inside for ball 2. 2-0, as it looks like there's someone warming up down in the Outlaws bullpen. Quiet down in the Doubledays bullpen. Two and 0 count. Wind picking up out there, as that one is fouled off. 4-1. Wind really moving that flag out there. You can see that in the middle left half of your screen. 2-1 the count. A 5-2 lead for Oneonta. As that one is a fly ball on the infield. Shortstop Griffin O'Farrell calls it, makes the catch, looks at the runner on third. He does not tag. 2 outs now. Runner on third for the third baseman, Brendan Harris. Harris 1 for 2 with a line out and a double. Steps in looking to score. Keaton Mark from third. Rivas throws. Outside corner, strike 1 to start the at-bat. 0-1, 2 outs. Runner on third. Pitch from Rivas. Swing and a miss. Rivas gets ahead in the count, 0-2. Harris behind. 0-2 with 2 outs and a runner on third. Looking to keep this inning going for the Outlaws.
Well, actually, tie is 21. That much I do know.
As Rivas steps off to dry off the baseball.
We don't go home and sit quietly at the rectory all day. Well, yeah, because the head guy's watching.
Up and in for ball 1. One must have gotten away from Rivas.
Actually, they probably get up together. Hey, did you know these guys, these players,
As he's drying the baseball off. Rain still coming down here at Falcon Park, showing no signs of slowing down.
1,600 bucks.
Rivas throws.
That includes housing.
Outside, ball 2. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Runner on third. Here in the top of the 6th inning.
And that doesn't even include a flight. Some of these guys are from the West Coast. So that's over 2
Rivas throws. A swing and a foul ball. Out of play on the right side. 2-2 is where we stay at the count. Still 2 outs, still a runner on third.
That's saying they come from a family of 10.
Should Harris reach. Plensky on deck. As he fouls that one off. We're going to stay here at 2-2. As
Weather guy for NBC.
going to try the 2-2 again here. Rivas throws. Up high, ball 3 moves the count to full. Full count here, 2 outs and a runner on third in the top of the 6th inning. Rain coming down a little harder than it was at the beginning of the inning. Wind still blowing out to left center field. Bats are a little bit slippery because of the rain. As that is a ground ball to the third baseman, Pierce Hendershot, thrown on to first, in time for the third out of the 6th inning. We'll be back for the Doubledays half of the 6th inning here in just a moment. Not really sure what's going on here. The umpires looked up to us and the press box and waved their hands in an X formation. We'll get some more information, and I'll keep you guys updated as I know. Not sure if we're in a rain delay or the game is just canceled. When we get more information, I'll update you. As of right now, I'm not really sure what's going on here at Falcon Park. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the game seems to be canceled, but the fireworks still happening here at Falcon Park.
What happened? Got 29, 28. patient on the turkey. Attack ball.